Greetings, Sir and Sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Leviathans, and of course, welcome to the 3.1 update, which has added so much to the game, and it is so good to be back in vanilla, but now with loads of changes, and testing out the new origin, the Clone Army. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a new full playthrough using the Lathrixan Legion, fanatic militarists, regular materialists, masterful crafters, and reanimators. But before we get into everything, let's just talk about some of the new changes. So obviously, first of all, we have the Clone Army, a species of short-lived and infertile soldier clones, exceptionally proficient in matters of war, left masterless and alone to question their engineered purpose and uncertain fate. Now, I have been completely spoiler-free so far, so I'm not exactly sure what happens with this. Do we have some events or some archaeology sites? I really hope so. It does seem, though, that we start off with ancient clone vats, which will produce our clone soldiers, and we can only have 5 of these clone vats total. So that is a little bit worrying. I don't know just how fast we can produce our clone soldiers and if there's a limit to them, but I'm hoping we get a really quick population. That certainly is what I think of when I think of the clone system within Stellaris. In addition to this, we have our admirals give us plus 25% ship fire rate and 10% reduced ship upkeep, making them possibly some of the deadliest admirals in the entire game. So that's pretty nice. Now, some of the other changes, sadly, I can't really test out today because they require me to either be plantoid or fungoid, and I don't want to do that for this run since I am planning on doing a full plant run soon using some of the new civics. In fact, one of the new civics specific to fungoid or plantoid, which enables you to turn worlds into Gaia worlds from the very start in a very complex process using the Gaia seeders. Again, spoiler free at the moment for those, but that does sound very, very interesting. For our civics, we have masterful crafters, which will produce additional consumer goods, additional trade value, in fact give trade value to our artisans, and even engineering research. For every 3 industrial districts, we get a building slot. So for every 3, we essentially have a industrial district acting like a city district, which is pretty amazing. So the idea behind this is that our species was once a clone army and completely self-sufficient, the whole idea being they can go to a world, conquer them, and then produce everything they need, generally ships and such, but now they've become a more well-rounded empire. They're putting that to better use, well, at least better use for themselves, and that level of skill and engineering is going to come through very heavily with their artisans, so everything they produce is going to be absolutely exquisite quality. Then we have reanimators, which have been changed in a really lovely way. First of all, defeated organic armies are sometimes resurrected as undead armies. Love that. Don't know if that used to be the case, but I didn't read it if it was. And that means if we go to war, I assume as we kill the enemies, we will raise them either after the battle or during the battle, which is fantastic. But then, the big bit, defeated organic Leviathans can sometimes be resurrected. And from the trailer for this patch, that's at very least the matriarch. We can resurrect a giant Leviathan as our undead servant. That's pretty lovely. The other 2 civics are catalytic processing, which makes you use food instead of minerals for alloys. That could be really interesting if you're going for a plant playthrough, maybe trying to be organic for everything, and then going down maybe the agrarian civic as well for even more food. That could be interesting, though it doesn't really seem that great to me. Maybe you get more alloys than usual, I don't know. I'll have to check it out in the future. And then the other one, if I can find it, is Pleasure Seekers, giving the decadent lifestyle, increasing happiness and consumer goods upkeep, and extra population growth from entertainers, which is a lot of things to talk about there. Servants produce more amenities. I think that's for a more decadent playstyle, maybe going with authoritarian, controlling other empires and other species, and having some of them as servants, whereas your ruling class will be incredibly happy. Now for our traits, we are clone soldiers, so extra governing ethics extraction, extra army damage, minus 40 for our leader lifespan. We are strong, quick learners, and adaptive, at the cost of being fleeting, so yep, I've doubled down on the really short lifespan, and we are wasteful. I kind of just went with that because I don't think any of the other negatives fit, to be perfectly honest. We're all meant to be the same person. Clone time and time again, or at least a small group of people clone time and time again, so I don't think quarrelsome or unruly really works. In fact, I'm very tempted in the ethics to not go with materialist, but instead go with authoritarian. give more control to the leadership, especially if we're going to conquer other empires. And I don't know if we can have unlimited clones. The wording's a bit unclear here, so we'll see how that plays in the future. But if it does, we're going to have to control a very large group of other species with us as rulers. Essentially, I want to make the empire. We're clones, okay? We're going to make an empire. A proper empire. But then at the same time, I also think that we are being awakened from what we once were. So going with xenophile and being more explorative, or materialist and more explorative, or even egalitarian amongst ourselves. We are all the same person. So having us have great lives like the utopian abundance, I mean, we're going to get extra consumer goods, so bringing peace to the world through war, conquering everyone so species like us aren't created again in the future. Again, I don't know how cruel the creators were. I need to see some of the events, and that's kind of why I'm a bit lost as to what to pick here. I am thinking, though, materialist, purely because it gives us a nice neutral kind of outlook, and we can see, as the game progresses, how this empire is going to be. Egalitarian would be good directed specialist output. Again, is fairly neutral, but authoritarian also means we can control other species more, but we don't have to. It's so everywhere. Yeah, I think materialist, it's more neutral. That's what we're going with. I'm going with just the humanoid cities. We are going with the humanoid ships, because now I finally have the humanoid DLC to even do this. And that is lovely. And look, I have all the different portraits now. These are my favourite ones. That's just why I picked them. Look so scary. So, let's go, shall we? Okay, not going just yet. We do also have now these three voices, the Diplomat, Technocrat, and Soldier. I love the Technocrat.
No great advance is made without great sacrifice.
I think it fits. And yeah, also we're clones. Of course we're materials. Of course we're very science-heavy, because we understand our clone vats and how everything works. And maybe we'll go more into genetics later. Although, this does say, cannot be genetically modified. I don't know if that means the whole species, so all of the traits, or just this trait. That's something we need to find out later. I do feel like we're definitely going down the genetic ascension path, because even if we don't do it to ourselves, we're going to have perfect populaces. Let's just say that. So, let's go. Okay, Endgame Crisis 100 years early, Grand Admiral, I'm going to turn scaling difficulty off, which will make the early game a lot harder, and I don't know how good this origin is. Huge, ring world, everything else, a few advanced starts, but not everyone. Yep, that's all my stats. Let's go. Hey everyone, as is tradition with these 4 playthroughs, Future Lathrix here, just finished recording the video and mostly edited it down now, and I'm just here to say this was one of the more fun full playthroughs I've done in a very long time. I absolutely adored the clone origin, as you will see, and although I made a lot of mistakes throughout the game, I am so rusty with the vanilla game at the moment. It was just really fun. Turns out Necromancer's incredibly enjoyable once you start finding the Leviathans, and when you realise you can reanimate the dead. But I'm also here sadly to say that these videos can be absolute poison for the channel, and your likes and comments are the reason why I can keep on doing the full playthroughs in the format that I personally enjoy, and I personally just enjoy editing together and everything else. I make these because I absolutely love making them, and they can be great for the channel if the interaction is high enough. I hate begging for it, but sadly the analytics on YouTube do rule pretty much every aspect of my life. Every aspect. So, if you like the video, give it a like. If you want to comment, comments help. Now, onwards with the video, back to past Lathrix. Hope you enjoy The Clone Empress Rises. Or something like that. Sounds like a bad Star Wars film. Words. Okay, this is the second time reading this, thankfully, still unspoiled, but this is actually the second time loading into the galaxy because I accidentally changed our humanoid ships over to plants in the last attempt. I did it as I saved the Empire, I can't believe I misclicked, but there we are. So, reading this for a 20th time because of dyslexia, but the second time properly. Clone army. We were made for war, engineered soldiers who live and die by ancient clone vats left behind by our creators, forever cast in their mold. Any memory of our masters is lost to past generations, and we do not know when or why they left us. It is likely that records were routinely erased, ever faithful to military protocol, but at some point in recent centuries that changed. By chance, or perhaps some misfiring survival instinct, our subconscious drove us to seek answers, to seek new purpose, and ways to break the form imposed on us. Our efforts since then have been ceaseless, at long last granting us access to the grand expanses of space. As our horizon widens, so too must our knowledge broaden, and so our chances of breaking free increase. We shall not squander the possibilities given to us by our forebears. We shall fight to pass on these possibilities to future clones, and fight to eliminate the restrictions placed upon us. You see, this is why I didn't want to go for a xenophobe or authoritarian. I feel like although they are made for war, they're not inherently cruel or inherently suspicious of other species, or even just driven to conquer everything they see. Despite what I just said, they're made for it, and perhaps it's in their genes, but they're becoming something else. That's what I should say. They're upgrading themselves. Now, thankfully, this is when I noticed I had the wrong ships. So, let's look at our worlds. I did notice these. We have the clone vats here, which can produce and sustain 20 clones. Now, that's weird wording to me, because that really heavily hints that we're not going to be able to have more clones than we can sustain with the clone vats. I mean, that makes sense how it's worded, right? So that's worrying, because that means we can only have 100 populations. So I'm really hoping we get some events to either get more clone vats, or, I don't know, perhaps make ourselves fertile again. But the other thing I did notice is this: 14 growth rate. I'm already seeing this potentially as a really good origin for a rush, because that is insane, just insane growth. Now, apparently that is going to slow down as we get closer to the capacity, but still. Then with our specialists, we do have the Artificers. These are producing engineering research, loads of consumer goods, and some trade value. Actually, a decent amount of trade value. I'm kind of wishing we went with Xenophile now to really capitalize on that. That could be our main economy, just consumer goods to sell, plus the trade value, and even a little bit of engineering research, just extra. That's really nice. We then also have the Necromancers, which are producing our undead defense forces, along with a little bit of navy capacity and a good chunk of research. Research, and ooh, actually, that one I am going to go Strikecraft, so we can make some really nasty bastions if we need to. So for now then, I'm just going to continue until something else happens. I think I'm going to go quite heavy into the industrial districts to begin with. Okay, cool, so we still have the sprawling slums as well, so we can get some extra population, though I don't think I really need it. Look how fast we're stacking up people. Ooh, I know, you are going to have social wealth. Ooh. Did academic privilege always give plus 10% research? I was going to say this, because this will make the unemployed useful for a while, but actually I want more research. Because we are getting research from quite a few places. Necromancers, the Artificers, and I'm obviously adding to that. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, by the way, and I don't really care. Oh, yeah, we have the new tradition system! I didn't mention that in the intro, did I? Me smart, me professional YouTube, make video good. So, we originally had 7, now we have 11. Adaptability has been split from diplomacy. We have the new merchant one, we have subterfuge, and we have unyielding. I haven't really looked at these in detail, but we can assume what they are. This is going to be all about, yeah, all about your spies, which I don't really care too much about. It's horrible to say. I don't find them that strong. Unyielding is interesting, because I do love the idea of really defensive playthroughs, and wow. Starbase upgrade speed increased, extra starbase capacity. That was on Supremacy before, so I'm interested to see if Supremacy still has that. Adopting all unyielding traditions will grant the following effect. Plus 50% defense platform cap. Oh, I need to play an Inward Perfection Empire again. Okay, love that. Not going to use it this playthrough probably, but love that. So where's Supremacy? Right next to us. No, now it's Navy capacity and army damage rather than the extra starbase to begin with. Is everything else the same? Looks it. Yeah, let's use the War Doctrines. Mercantile. Okay, that's a new finisher. Wait, that's the wrong one. That's a new one. I meant to say Prosperity. Okay, still a new finisher. Extra resources, extra stability. This one gives extra trade value. That's lovely. Clerks produce extra trade value. Commercial zones produce merchants. Unlocks consumer benefits and marketplace of idea trade policies. Oh, we don't have that by default anymore. I didn't even check. Market fees reduced, trade values increased. Trade value used to be in diplomacy, didn't it? Okay, yeah, that's changed. Wow, there's lots there. I am going to go for expansion because I think we are going to be playing a very wide empire this time through. No matter how I play, friendly or not, I'm probably going to have... Yeah, it's going to be very military focused, obviously. We are fanatic militarists after all, and the next one of these I want is probably going to be Distinguished Admiralty, which I think I just went past, which is even more fire rate.
Anomaly detected.
With our recent arrival into space, the differing views on our origin are rapidly turning into a schism. Extremist groups are rapidly attracting more clones. Our strong unity is broken. Some view the creators as gods to be worshipped and obeyed, and believe we are made in their image. They would do nothing except maintain the status quo. Others curse our ancient masters for their actions, labelling them slavers, and would see them repaid in full. An excavation site, yes, has been established on Clone Collector, I forgot the world was called that, to verify the facts and put the debate to rest. Before we turn to space, we should exhaust all immediate possibilities. Our nation is old. Many generations of clones lived and died here. Beneath the ancient structures of our homeworld, some significant clues are bound to be waiting for us. Okay then, fantastic. So, can we get the, I really want the Archaeologist perk here, so this might be silly, but, nope. Don't really have the resources to keep on rolling for one, which is a shame. So, you're 6 years old. Well, at least you're going to live for a while. Remember, we have incredibly short lifespans. Like, minus 50 from the standard. See? Died at 20. 20 is our lifespan. Don't really particularly like any of you, honestly. I guess righteous, maybe. But I don't think we're going to have too much of a crime problem, so maybe extra food, just because. Yeah, sure. Unless... Oh, no, there's a perfect one. Sorry. Yep, there goes all my resources.
Situation log updated.
Okay, we got lucky. We are going to have the rubricator. So, one of our scientists, could you... Oh, you are already going in that direction. Fantastic.
System charted.
Okay, I'll read all of this once we get at least one in. Okay, so we have a new world. Are the clones okay? 0% habitability.
Construction online.
How's
New
it
technology discovered.
Pops are declining on the following planets. Insufficient ancient clone. Oh, they literally die. Oh, I just thought you wouldn't. Oh, of course they would. Yeah, I mean, of course they would. That really isn't a surprise. It just took me by surprise, if that makes sense. Wait, how expensive were they? Okay, thankfully they're fast to build, but 600 minerals! Okay, we can only have 5 of these as well. So that means, yeah, our population is capped at 100 and we can't go over under any circumstance. So, 1 world, 2 world, 3. That's 3. Then, of course, we want at least 1 clone vat for the Rubricator world. Okay, yeah, so we can still grab this world once I have the resources to send one. Then we need to make sure we don't have any other worlds because we don't have the clone vats to sustain anyone. Okay. Oh, good robots. Oh, robots will be fantastic. Once we've hit the maximum, we can at least then make some droids or something. Oh, that's a new event. Different mushrooms. Take a closer look and dispose. Oh, that's a lot of influence, though. Well, obviously we're going to take a closer look. Don't worry, I won't read all the new events all the way through, because I think there are quite a few more. I know for a fact there's a new archaeological site, I've been told that, which apparently is quite a fun one about being spoiled. So I assume there are more than just this single other event. The spores, however, do have ears. Obviously, we need to know more about the spying spores. The spore spies. Them.
Research project concluded. New technology discovered.
Ah, okay, so that world now has extra society research. Careful analysis of the mycelium and the signal showed that it was likely a part of a network of similar organisms, possibly scanning across the galaxy as a whole. Very interesting. Yeah, just extra society research. I'm going to use this world at the moment just for basic resources, but definitely want to transition into science eventually. getting all the events on this world. So this is the feral world, which will eventually allow us to get loads of gas. So that's pretty great as well. Now before I forget, I do want to see the colony ship. So this is the humanoid colony ship. Ooh, it's a lot more dainty than I expected. I mean, it's massive, obviously. I mean, look, that's a planet, that's us. But, yeah. I quite like that, actually. I'm a bit on the fence with the humanoid one as a whole. I think I like it, but maybe not quite as much as some of the others. It's one of the reasons why I didn't have the humanoid pack. But actually, looking at some of them now, I love the science ship. Maybe I was a bit too quick to judge. Yeah, it's the Corvettes I'm not a big fan of. I think that's what it is. I think... Love the station. Love the station, love the science ship, like the construction ship, love the colony ship. I don't know what it is about the Corvette, I'm just not a huge fan of that. Though I think it will work a lot better on the battleships, it's going to look proper Imperial. Homeworld excavation. Since awakening to our predicament, the absence of identity and purpose has plagued our species. We grossly underestimated the impact it would have on our ability to move forwards, let alone cooperate. We struggle to reach an accord, and we hunger for answers. This excavation site was established to seek evidence on the debated questions of our species' creation, and to find a fundamental vantage point to help us unite. Then Chapter 1. A central dig site has managed to successfully date the installation of one of our ancient clone vats by analysing the soil beneath the structure, comparing its density and composition to that of the surroundings, and we have reached a reasonable estimate of when it was placed here. It appears the first of our kind, the first clones, were produced approximately 12 centuries ago. Many generations of history have been lost to apathy, much has passed us by, and perhaps that is something to regret. Then just a standard event happened midway.
System scan complete.
Okay, so,
Construction online.
we are very old. We're a very old empire, then, it seems. At least in comparison to what it could have been, since we're clones and everything, we could have been relatively new. It's hard to say. One of our founding... What? Yeah, one of our founding factions is spiritualist. We're materialist and militarist. 13% Empire is an active non-governing faction. Yeah, the Empire ruler is the leader. Yeah, but why is it even created? I mean, I'm never going to please them. That's the problem. Empty shells, I'm definitely going for machines. Secular state, yep. You're just never... I'm hoping you'll be removed. Militarist governing ethics. Pop has strong or very strong. I don't quite know why spiritualism happened there, honestly. Selling all the artifacts we have, I've kind of ruined our economy this time around. I mean, we have lots of alloys at least decent amounts. We're not doing too bad, and we are making an okayish fleet to defend ourselves. 420 fleet. Ancient relatives. One of the excavation sites has reported the discovery of old Lathrixien-like fossils, very old fossils. They were found in and around the remnants of what is presumed to be a primitive homestead. Apparently, both the fossils and architecture predate the construction of our ancient clone vats by more than a millennium. Initial DNA sequencing has confirmed significant similarities between our genetic makeup and that of the fossilized matter. And it has been concluded that the remains belong to our ancient predecessors from before we were clones. Oh no, so that means our creators, our whatever you want to call them, weren't us. We're not based on the creator. Species were based on whatever was here before. I can't see that going down well. Gotta be honest. There's a species over here, so I'm going to build a star base here. I'm hoping I'll get Strikecraft soon, because that can make a really good bastion. Okay. News of the excavation findings proving that our species was once a primitive people on Clone Collector is beginning to spread. It is difficult to deny the obvious conclusion. Genetically modifying a primitive species such as our forebears, a species already suited to wage war, serves a specific purpose. Our creators remade us to die for their cause. They uplifted us to fulfill their needs, never to prosper on our own terms. Is this really the history we want for our people? There is ample opportunity to rewrite our past. Yes, we were made in the image of our creators. Meaningful origin, lie, extra unity, extra happiness. Is that permanent? Oh, that is such an insane buff. And no, we shall face reality. No, we shall face reality. We've found the truth. Now we will forge ahead with what we know. Also, my god, get more resources. We are running out of everything. Honourable leadership. Okay, so we get something then. A number of high-ranking officers have taken it upon themselves to publicly acknowledge their approval of our leadership ethics. In a widely broadcasted message, they salute the bravery and wisdom it took to be truthful about our past, and the faith shown in them and the Lathrxian people. They are strengthened by our readiness to face the past, and it has allowed them to face the future with courage. People all over are celebrating an agreement, praising the decision that was made. So it's not as good as the other version, and only lasts 10 years, so still lost a lot on that, but more unity, more happiness, it's something, it's something.
New technology discovered.
Clone fertility. It is thought that we were once capable of independent reproduction, however experiments to reclaim that capability have consistently failed, including those successful on other creatures of our homeworld. Progress has for a long time been at a standstill until now. An unlikely discovery has our scientists hopeful, a cipher hidden in the quantum biocode of the ancient clone vats.
Situation
Well, obviously we want that going as soon as possible. If we just become normally fertile, that's actually a bit dull, so I'm hoping there's going to be more to it than just that. Because otherwise, this origin is just essentially a really good quick start to get to the first 100 pops. I mean, 15 growth, 10 growth, 7 now because that one's slowly winding down, but yeah. Okay, expansion is finished. I am going to go with Interstellar Dominion. I want to grab as much as possible. My economy is looking better now. Because of how fast we're growing, we are rapidly able to change things. So that's nice. Trying to be friends with our neighbours. They are fanatic materialists. They should like us. Oh, they're a scion. Ooh, one who owns you, not these fellows. I don't think I've ever seen a Scion AI Empire. I know it sounds weird, but I don't think I have. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can't remember one. I legit can't remember one. Interfacing with ancient clone vats. By the tenacity of our scientists, the cipher found with the ancient clone vats has been decoded. Protocol notwithstanding, the overly eager lead science officer has activated the key it contained. I am burdened by guilt. I cannot imagine what paths have led to this, but surely not the mercy of my brethren. I helped create you to serve, and for that I am sorry. I cannot take back what is done, but I can help to open your future. Although you are deserving of more, I offer you 2 paths. To undo the changes that made you sterile, and finally set you free to evolve and prosper. To further unlock your potential, but strain your genes to their limits, sealing future generations to forever be dependent on technology for reproduction. Oh, so that's the 2 choices. I thought it was one choice then. Clone fertility or clone potential? Oh, I don't know. Give us the ability to breed naturally, or make us the ultimate clones. I mean, we do have this empire here. We're either going to be able to have a migration treaty or go to war with them soon, I'm hoping. So we will have a secondary species. And then our clones could basically be the rulers. I mean, and you could see them being hostile to this galaxy if they found out that they're just a primitive which has been uplifted to die over and over again, their lives cut so short. This might be a way to rule the galaxy, either through benevolent intention to stop anything like this happening again, because I don't trust the outsiders anymore, or less benevolent to have vengeance upon all of the species, make them subservient to us, to the Lathrxians. But then we could forgive, forget, move forwards. We are now materialists that use our science for whatever else. Like how we're making the extra consumer goods and everything from our original way of being so self-reliant.
Situation log updated.
Where are you? Okay, clone soldiers turn into clone soldier descendant, less effective, but fertile and stable enough for genetic modification. Oh, so you can't genetically modify them then. So that is literally just a stopper. Okay. That's kind of convincing me a little bit towards the Descendant route. Clone Soldier turns Clone Soldier Ascendant. More efficient, but forever infertile and unresponsive to further genetic modification. But what does that do? It could be such a huge boost for the early game, maybe. I mean, the stuff they already have is fantastic. Actually, it's not that great. Armored. Oh, okay, so here's the thing. I think this one might be better, but I think this one's going to be more interesting, right? Because the other one's just turning us into a normal species with a little extra modification. This one turns us into something different, and it's going to massively change how I play. So for gameplay's sake, I'm going to go with the Ascendant. Hello, Influence. Okay, yeah, we really need more construction vessels and more science vessels. Rapid expansion is go. Why should we deny the strength we have been given? We need not love the creators to recognize their wisdom in choosing us. The ancient clone vats too are a powerful gift. It is better to embrace our strength, and with the first batch of Lathrixian completed, we are stronger than ever before. Our perfected species shall prosper. Okay, so we are now Clone Soldier Ascendant. Plus 50% ethics traction, plus 20% habitability, plus 40% ruler output, plus 25% specialist, and then plus 75% army damage. Okay, yeah, that is crazy powerful. But we can only have 100 of us, unless, can I now make more I was hoping maybe we could have a few more clones, but apparently not.
Comms initiated.
Plus 35% fire rate. Yeah, we have some pretty nasty admirals too now. Trying to build up my fleets as fast as possible. Honestly, with the bonus our main species is getting right now, our economy was doing great until only a second ago. We're still getting loads of alloys, and that's me pushing as much as I can to try and get as much force as possible. Now here's an annoying thing. Over here we have the Fallen Empire, over here we have some enemies I'm about to deal with. I'm kind of trapped in. I'm also not yet strong enough to deal with our neighbours. We will be soon, but remember, we are on maximum difficulty, not on scaling, not on scaling difficulty. They have something like 3,000 fleet power or something close. We do have the really nasty admirals though, and I did just get overwhelming force, so I should, in theory, be able to beat them even if the fleet power is a little bit iffy, just because of how things scale. But it's still taking a little bit longer than usual. If I wasn't on scaling difficulty, I honestly think right now we would be snowballing and taking a lot of territory very, very quickly. Okay, I'm trying to get the highest rank of mercenary, then we're going to attack. Yeah, being on max difficulty, I'm now equivalent to them. But I want to make sure we win this. If we win this, then we're going to snowball heavily and we can start just sweeping through the galaxy. Supremacy is also now finished. We are going to go with no retreat. We are clones bred for this purpose. Retreat is inconceivable. Our fire rate's going to be insane with our admirals. Yeah, that's just going to melt. And now we have the mercenaries as well. They're not going to be able to stop us. Simple as that, really. Something else to consider is I'm attacking these fellows, which are the minions of a fallen empire. I can't imagine that we look very kindly upon the ancient empires in this galaxy. Who knows which one may have been responsible for us? All that lovely debris as well. I've only claimed these two worlds, sadly, since I didn't have enough influence to go further, but once all that's ours, that'll be great. Ooh. I've had that happen now, like, twice on this one thing. That's really annoying. Move on to a different one.
New technology discovered.
Yep, residents. And everything else is allowed. Ocean, desert. Okay, desert. You like desert, right? Okay, good. That means we can also now start grabbing all these worlds. At least for desert ones, which actually isn't many. Oh, you're non-adaptive. Can I genetically modify you already? Wow, we are becoming what I set out to destroy, but yeah, I'm going to do that. We became perfect.
Discovered.
We can make everyone else perfect too. Polarian Automated Fleet. What are you? Icicle class cruisers. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Gonna try and destroy it though. So I can't genetically modify myself, but I can do this. Now I'm not going to become synths, just to confirm. But what I am going to do is become cyborgs. We can enhance ourselves with tech. I, of course, am not going to lose that. Ah, so I lost one Lathrixien, I think. Oh, there's one here as well. Oh, it's so annoying. It costs influence now to move these things around. There's 2 of them. 50 artifacts. Thank you. That is exactly what I wanted to see.
Engaging hostile fleets. Colonies.
I was wishing I had any point defense, but I think we should still beat these down. Just about. A cool reception. Well, I did read that they were icicles, apparently. A cool reception. After the last of the aggressors in Polaris fell, our ships completed a final scan of the system before heading back to port and discovered something curious on the world Polaris 2. Heavy metals are arranged in artificial structures on our sensors. Increasingly, one of these formations appears to be floating on the planetary ocean, whilst the rest are below the surface. One last hope. Encapsulated in what remains of the planet's tiny ice cap, floating on the crystal clear oceans of Polaris 2 is what appears to be an artificial structure. Oh, did they melt their ice caps and destroy themselves? It seems like that may have happened. Any scientists doing nothing at the moment, or just want to do something more fun? Can you please go here? So, survey, survey, survey. You go home. You need repairs. Desperately. On the upside, now I've lost a lot of you, everything's cheaper, so I'm looking better economy-wise. Admin cap and everything looking terrible, but look, we've invaded a homeworld, things are looking up, we're now colonising loads of worlds, and we are on our way to becoming cyborgs. Not really much happening right now, I can't go to war for a while, I'm out of influence anyway. Finally started the archaeology site over here, just grabbing as many systems here as possible. There is an alien species over here which just stole one of my people, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, just standard expansion now. Things are looking definitely up.
System scan complete.
Just keep on increasing my alloy production since I do want to go back to fighting soon. Though I probably should start looking into more tech. We definitely have enough worlds for it. It's a seed bank. So after all that, it is a seed bank. I won't read all of it because we'll be here all day if I read all of the new events and everything, but feel free to pause it and read it if you wish. Just gonna go through them all. But yep, it is a seed bank. And yeah, it is all about climate change for that. So, with the Polarian seeds, we get permanent plus 20% research speed to biology. That's not the best thing ever. I mean, it's nice to have. It's not going to be that useful later on, but again, it's nice, and we do get some more artifacts out of it. I'm going to end up having to use this, the Precursor Insight. We're still quite a few away, even though now, finally, I'm exploring new territory again, which seems to be completely unoccupied. So right now, warfare is over. I can be nice and expansionist here and go back to destroying them later. They are really weakened, so they aren't really a threat to me in the slightest. Like, yeah, they're actually quite strong for their size, but I've only just started to rebuild my fleet now, and I do now have cruisers. My tech is advancing quickly. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cruisers and the destroyers of the humanoid pack, but I love the cruisers. Just really like that. The Colour of Science. Another one which I believe is a new new event. Or I just haven't seen it before. Either way, we get plus Unity for a while, which is good because we're not really doing well for Unity. Where are the Leviathans? I want to resurrect them. Yeah, we need to go back to war soon. I can't find any of the Leviathans. I don't think they're... Ooh. Security core? What's that? Ooh, lovely. Special ring world over there. So I definitely want that. Wait, is that the ring world where it's actually got people? Okay, yeah, we need that now. You have something else. Oh, a decompressor. Okay. Originally, I wanted to just vassalize you. Actually, no, we still can. We still can, because once we take you over, we can integrate you later on. So I need to get this done. Yeah, see, sadly with these fellows, I can't actually demand that because they're part of the Scion Empire. So I'm going to save up influence now, go to war, just take these two systems, then go to war and vassalize those. That's the current battle plan. Finally found our precursor homeworld. So now we have access to... Which of the relics? We have the pox. Yeah, that's probably one of my least favourite. But on the upside, it does make our leaders even now more leadery. We have loads of relics for anything we want for later. And we are now going down Discovery. I know I'm going down all the ones we've already seen before, rather than Unyielding and such. I think I might go down the route of Unyielding just because it fits us. Though I do really want Harmony. We get an extra Edict, we get extra stability, that's all great. Though Mercantile is good as well, so maybe I will go... Unyielding, Harmony, Mercantile, and Adaptability are the four I want. I really should get a Federation, but I don't really care too much. That is definitely the best option, by the way. It's just me wanting to try different things, so I'm not sure. It's a bit late now to get a Federation with the endgame crisis being so early, so I might just continue to be my expansionist, greedy self.
New technology discovered.
I've already made the claims now as well, which means now I can go back to grabbing all of these. Also, we now have synths, so we are getting a lot more resource, and making the robots is a big deal. Oh, I love the strike craft. Okay, yeah, definitely my favourite strike craft. I know that's not a big deal since most of the time you can't see them, but I love the strike craft designs. Okay, I am officially sold by the human ship designs, and I kind of wish I got it sooner. Still not a big fan of the Corvettes, though. That's gonna probably never change, but there we are. Did we take any damage there? We took damage. Okay, we lost a couple of Corvettes. For a second there, I thought I just lost nothing. Okay, let's go here, here, here. I've essentially got claims on these three systems, so now we can go over to the Kroll after I've dealt with these and make them our vassal. That's going to be the main thing, trying to make enemies our vassal so I can keep using influence to expand over here, because we do have loads of worlds still to grab. There's even a Gaia world, which I'm currently heading towards. I need the influence as well to get my new civic points. Yeah, so vassalizing is definitely the way to go since it doesn't cost any influence. Kind of wish I had become the Crisis, because then we could just destroy enemies as well, but I don't think that fits the Empire. I think really we are just very traditional conquerors. That's what we are. We're not any of the special ones. I don't think we want the end of everything. We just don't trust the galaxy at large after everything that happened to us, and I'm sure we now have a serious superiority complex. We've gone from living 20 to 30 years to living... God, how long do my species live now? So there's cyborgs, that's plus 40. Then this, sorry, plus, yeah, 40. This completely removes the old minus. So minus 10, so it's plus 30 on their normal life. I mean, they've gone from 20 to 30 to an extended human lifetime. That's pretty impressive. In addition to that, they are considering themselves the perfect clones, and they are cyborgs and everything else. They've came from nothing, established themselves. I'm sure they're not the most fun to talk to at the moment. That's all I'm gonna say. And they're built with an innate need for conquest. And probably an innate disregard for their own well-being. Hence why I have the bonus firepower at the cost of no chance of retreating. You know, no retreat. Well, that was a nice easy war. Now we can move on to claiming this territory over here. I am being a bit silly, pretty much grabbing every world right now, even with poor habitability. I'm just building robots everywhere. We are going to have quite a synth army eventually. Speaking of which, I really should upgrade you finally. I was doing other techs and focusing on that, but let's do this. Sure, let's go with that. Low upkeep, bonus to 5% from everything, and they're built faster. And I'm going to make them look like that. just realised, I think my ground forces have been growing rather than shrinking during these wars because I've been resurrecting the dead. Yep, there we go. Look, I just got an extra reserve unit from killing one of those. Will I get another one? Not sure. So I'm just resurrecting those who I kill. I'm very efficient. Once again, I think we've been just created to be as efficient as possible. That's the whole species in a nutshell. Probably should save up and finally get the new Civic. I mean, it's a really good one, the extra fire rate and everything. But that's more for later. Right now, I'm not really having too many issues. We are on max difficulty, but honestly, we are just steamrolling the opposition right now. So I think maybe I should just continue to expand. We've just got that over there after I sent some corvettes over. Should maybe shore up the L gate. So what else do I want? Well, I want these worlds, obviously. I want that. There's a phased world over here, but I think the enemy are going to get it first. Really, then, I should focus on grabbing these worlds, maybe? Oh, no, that's Prophet's Retreat. Nope, let's not do that, because that will get me killed by a fallen empire. So, yeah, let's go this way. Try and take out all the stations here. They do have a defensive pact with this empire. I don't know if they can go through this territory. I'm hoping not, but we'll find out soon enough. The Drums of War. Okay, the Horde has formed, but nice and far away, so good luck to them. I'm the Horde over here, you can be the Horde over there. Everyone gets a Horde. That is infuriating. We just got a status quo. We were like one off. Sadly, I'd lost half of my fleet. Turns out the robots were stronger than I thought, and that's what causes to happen. Really annoying. But we did claim most of it. So yeah, we do have both of the mega structures which I wanted. We just don't have their homeworld. We can always grab that later. We're now at war once again with this empire, the Scion, because we can't turn them into a vassal. Just claiming this whole section here. So we finally have free access to all this territory. Things are looking good for us. Over here, the Horde is doing incredibly well, so looks like two forces are becoming dominant. We now have 3k tech. Our navy capacity is increasing, thanks to mostly, weirdly enough, I underestimated how good the reanimators are. Because the necromancers do produce research and everything else, I found I've just been putting them on every single planet. I don't know if that's really all that efficient, but they're contributing a lot of my research and a lot of my navy capacity, so happy with that. And I'm continuing to slowly expand over here as well. Trying to grab everything I can. Oh, that's good. Once the war's over, it seems like I might be able to just make you a protectorate. Though you are currently at war with... these fellows, the trade union. Which actually quite like us. Huh. They're only inferior, not pathetic, which is actually pretty impressive considering now I'm going into battleship tech. I just love these strike craft so much. Though I do want to transition into either kinetic or energy soon, it is still lovely to see strike craft.
Planet conquered.
I do love the fact our ground forces just keep on getting stronger every time they invade a planet. That is really satisfying. Can I win now? Yes, fantastic. Okay, this area is now mine as well. Good, good. We're no longer at war for the time being. So what do I want to do next? We could go to war with these fellows. They are terrifying. Although they are really behind in tech. Wow, I definitely max difficulty, but their tech is dreadful. Wow. Oh, you lost most of your fleet. How'd you lose your fleet? Interesting. I don't even know who to go after next. Kind of want to go after these, but we could just continue to go this way and just carry on in this direction. Ooh, what's there? No, just amoebas. Where are the Leviathans? I need to find the matriarch. I want to resurrect a Leviathan. Is that so wrong? Okay, I went ahead and just uplifted a species, so now we have loads of influence. We can finally choose our next reform. So there's lots of things I want. Pleasure Seeker seems interesting, but kind of against what we are. I love the idea of mining guilds at the moment, just because of how behind we are on that. Warrior culture wouldn't really do much. I don't really have all that many entertainers anyway. Merchant guild, same again. Realistically, probably just Distinguished Admiralty. Admiral level cap increased, extra fire rate, fleet command increased. It's very fitting for our empire. And will give us another boost of power. Though, I do like meritocracy as well. We do seem to favour the strong and those who can actually get the job done more so than anything else, rather than... And we are all clones, after all, our main species. Well, I'll say main species, only 100 of us and several hundred everything else. But actually, I think meritocracy fits as well. Meritocracy or Distinguished Admiralty. So it's 10% fire rate versus 10%. I think just the 10% output overall for specialists is definitely what we're going with. We'll increase our alloy production, our research, our unity, just everything suddenly gets a lot more. Ooh, we have even more unity. Fantastic. We had a lot of pre-sapiens, I didn't realise. I think it may have actually been a lot of these worlds I just conquered which had them, which is just great, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I need more minerals. Do I even have the tech for the bonus mineral building? I don't think I do. How did I manage to avoid that? Also, need to specialise the worlds. Why do I have so many bureaucratic worlds? Clearly aren't. Okay, I'm only just now getting crystals, but that means now I can finally start grading the bureaucratic buildings, so I can start converting some of these worlds to have like random single offices into other things. Yeah, way too... I'm actually being very inefficient with my bureaucracy, which is weird to say. Okay, I think I'm going to go toward the Union next. So, move to here. Same with my main force over here. I'm just hoping that the Horde doesn't get to us and the Kingdom ignores us. Which I think they will. I kept on giving that order, but then I kept on running out of influence and the order gets cancelled. That's so much... Oh, you're stuck over there. Oh, I'm so dumb. I always play a wide empire, but I always don't have the mind to macro everything. Oh yeah, forgot about Sanctuary over here. So, I'm going to have to fight through that. Oh no. Don't have an L-gate in your territory, please. I have several in mind. I don't have the resources to defend them, so I'm going to take the risk that it isn't going to be the Tempest Keep. Tempest Keep? The Grey Tempest. I keep saying Tempest Keep. I've said it so many times now. So if I remember correctly, each one of these rings actually has a primitive civilization. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose all of my fleet power. That just happened. Okay, I just learned a valuable lesson. Apparently they're a lot stronger than they look. Good to know. Get back to making battleships, please. So I decided on the Colossus project. And we went with the neutron sweep. There's no need to completely lose worlds when our lovely people can use them. Our cyborgs. And now we also have one of the most powerful types of cyborgs, the cyborgs. That's right, we have psychic cyborgs, and I've gave them rapid breeders so they can quickly claim most of our worlds for us. Of course, they are still residents of our clone legion, the 100 Lathrixians, which are actually running everything, which are all the same person. It's just me, split up into 100 very angry people. Still trying to make our economy look better, though. Our secondary fleet's about to get here, so we can finally get rid of this ring world and then attack the Union. Oh, also, we can now start integrating you, I think. That's going to cost a lot of influence per month, but soon all of this will also be ours. I'm claiming all of these systems since I have loads of influence now after uplifting yet another pre-sapient. Yeah, we're pretty powerful, and our tech's doing well as well. 5k, and I'm about to start constructing the Science Nexus. If I can find it, there it is, the Science Nexus. After that, we'll start with the Shipyard. I've also got the Archaeology project, which I'm almost able to do on our home world, and I think I can start in just a moment as well on this world. We're going to have lovely hives of people. Why do I run so far into this fight? I should have artillery tech, so I should stay a little bit further back, but nope, my battleships really want to be close.
Discovered.
Well, still works out. Really should start mixing the fleets, not just spam battleships until the endgame crisis when that's my normal battle plan. Oh, my economy is dreadful. I'm floating almost completely on consumer goods and alloys, which thankfully we've got a lot of. Okay, you're ready to go, then let's offer protectorate status. Not demand, that'd be silly. It's not like I'm going to go to war if I say no. Oh look, I'm going to war because I said no.
We will cure their ignorance.
I'm probably strong enough also to split this fleet, so I'm going to be at war with a lot of empires here. So it seems like these two are in a federation, is that what it is? Or is it just defensive pacts? No, defensive pact, and then they control a couple of smaller empires. Okay, no big deal, I still should be able to win this with the fleet I have, and I can always make more later. Right now I am actually building up some Titans. Ooh, good, and now I can save up for the Colossus as well. Lots of stuff to save up for.
Gathered.
To save up for. Had a weird cough then. Okay, we have successfully integrated this whole section of territory into our own. That's what I want there. That's 2,000 alloys though. Sorry, 20,000. 2,000 wouldn't be bad at all. But I do really want the matter decompressor. That means we can just completely stop focusing on minerals. Oh, I need to sort out my trade value as well. I'm hoping to get gateway tech, so I don't need to do that, but... yeah, it's becoming a little bit silly now. Oh, his fleet's over there. Well, good job I checked. Yeah, I'll soon be able to repel them, that's fine. The forces over here are doing great. Victory is still probably assured here. But yeah, need more alloys again. Whoa. Yep, that's a lot of worlds we just grabbed. The Undead army making more Undead has actually been incredibly useful, since a lot of them got destroyed early on, but they're still fighting groups as strong as them, or some stronger, just because they get some back during the fights. So that's really nice. Plus, just interesting to watch, honestly.
Construction online.
Okay, how are we doing? Okay, getting closest to victory. You guys can take all these. We're about to have a ring world under our control, which is just fantastic in every single way. Oh, good. Admin cap is now a problem. Oh, yeah, because I lost all the worlds. Okay, that's not going to be a problem for too long. Take all that. Go into that territory. We have a small fleet down here, which is doing fine. Though I could send you, actually. Yeah, let's do that. There, then go and support them. Is that it? I think I've just become victorious, right? Lovely. The Union is now also under our control. A good quarter of the galaxy now listens to us, the 100 Clone Legion. So my fleet's already moving down here. We're going after the Kingdom next to completely claim this area. Saving up influence for a few other things right now, so not really building anything. Still haven't got gateway tech, which is really annoying, but I have sorted out some of the trade value, so we are getting some of it, as you can see in this area here. I do have a pirate problem, just happened. Yeah, can you two deal with that, please? That'd be great. Building the Juggernaut now as well, so, sorry, no, building the Colossus now, then the Juggernaut. We have all the big, scary things on the way. And we are now starting to do some repeatables. Finally, gateway travel, but also 2 of our worlds are now the Arcology project. There we are. One of them being the home world. So plus 20% resources from jobs, plus 50% growth rate. And we also have the Arcology districts, which are nice and powerful. Fantastic. Whoa, loads of specialist jobs. That's going to devour a lot of our minerals, but worth it. Oh yeah, now I have influence again. So, which means I can turn you into the Arcology as well. Fantastic, just need minerals, which thankfully are quite cheap. Sorry, alloys, but I want to do this. And I think I have one more world currently being set up. Ooh, why did you lose so many specialist jobs? Don't care, I need more alloys, so, oh yeah. Also need some more, refinery worlds. You can tell I've been playing the modded game for like the last month or two because I am woefully rusty with a lot of the basic mechanics at the moment. We go through a wormhole to go to war with what was once part of the Horde. They broke up, and so they're actually pretty weak. That's their entire fleet there, 25k. I have my other fleets currently on the way to this wormhole, which will help out later.
New technology.
You're gonna attack me, you're gonna just sit there and wait. Okay. In that case, I'll wait for reinforcements. You'll soon be my vassal. Putting gateways down absolutely everywhere now, so we are going to be able to collect trade value from everywhere. That's an L gate. Seems like whoever got the L gate open didn't actually activate it, which is good for us. So we can focus on other stuff. Setting up our colleges and trying to build the science nexus. I'm also now finally building the, where are you? The matter decompressor. Only 1,000 days left, in fact. because I managed to get Master Builders. Yeah. Everything's actually going okay. I think I've been a bit too hard on myself quite a lot because I feel like I am just a little bit rusty. I can see little mistakes I'm making. It's getting on my nerves. So I'm sure some people who are very good at the game looking at it like, why are you doing this? But everything is going well. I do think we are definitely on track to beating the Endgame Crisis. We still have 44 years. We are now doing repeatables. We have 7k tech. The science nexus, that is already on its way. We're about to get another vassal. These are about to start being converted, I think, in like less than 10 years. Yeah, in about 8. 6, rather.
New technology discovered.
Everything's going well. Good news, bad news time. Bad news, the enemy is here. It turns out, yes, it is the Grey Tempest fighting us. Good news, we're more than strong enough to deal with them. We only have one in our territory, one of the L gates. I thought we had 2, and my ships are basically there already, so we're going to deal with them. And also, I've just cancelled 3 gateways to have the influence, and I am nominating me as the Galactic Custodian. People are agreeing because I'm the strongest, and the Grey Tempest are scary. For the sake of the security of the entire galaxy, maybe a little bit more radical control should be implemented. I was wondering if I was going to go and try and become the Emperor this run, and apparently maybe. Oh, is the Great Tempest going into the Awakened Empire? No, it's not the Awakened Empire. Well, it's going away from us at least. Still stay nearby. Actually, I could send you into the L gate. That might be the better idea, I don't know. Maybe. We have the Colossus now in our control. On top of that, I've just got Defender of the Galaxy, so people like us a bit more. Okay, you're getting ready to jump. I have my other fleet as well. I think should be ready as well right now as well.
Colony founded.
I think together we should be okay, and we do have another fleet which I'm going to start moving towards the L gate as we speak. All we need to do is secure the main system, then we'll be fine. I don't really have a rush to destroy them. We seem to do quite well against them. We do take out their strike craft almost instantly. Yeah, we are just very, very strong versus the Grey Tempest. They really don't pose a threat. Kind of accidentally countered them, to be honest.
Incoming transmission.
Glorious. Okay, small fleet, get back to what you were doing. I still want to take over what was once the Horde. Lots of bribes later. One more empire is going to join us willingly. The Union. Oh, that was easy and expected. A for Titans. Okay, good. The Union now follows us as well. So we have the Union, we have the planets over here, we have one of the Carnate ones. These are still ignoring us, obviously, since they're a Scion. These two hate us to bits. These fellows don't mind us, but they're too far away, since a Protectorate doesn't count as our territory. Okie dokie, we are rapidly gaining control of the galaxy, even if it is mostly just through Protectorates. Really should start getting some tributaries instead now, since we are reaching the point where we're just not going to be able to get every single one of them as our actual empire by the end of this. Oh, come on, fleets, hurry up and get there. I want to go to war with these so I can control this nice chunk of purple. I do like my deep purple and blood red. Oh my god, I can't believe it took me this long to realise. The Undead armies are actually based on the species which they're being made from, so those which are being made from the Lathricians are really strong. That's why they are so much stronger than our other forces, because they're still the Lathricians, they still got all those bonuses, but then they also have the Undead bonuses. Undead me is scary, apparently. Oh yeah, I should go to war with the Awakened Empire, the Fallen Empire as well soon. I'm certainly getting strong enough to do so. That fleet's got really weakened lately. I need to bolster my L-Gate defense soon. Okay, main force is almost there. We can go toward the Allied Suns really soon.
System chart.
So super annoyingly, the Allied Suns are currently under attack from one of the other empires, so I'm going to have to retreat for the time being, since I can't demand They become our protectorate, and I'm going to start getting ready to attack one of the Fallen Empires, either the Fanatic Xenophobes there, or the Guardians over here. Probably the Xenophobes, because they're so darn close, and I don't like them being so close, it makes me feel a little claustrophobic. Oh good, and the storm's over. But before we do that, I want to get the focused arc emitter, because at the moment we are focusing on energy weapons. We are kind of going a bit all-in versus the Scourge, because I tend to fight the Scourge a lot, and I like the armor energy weapon combo because you at least get the arc emitter all nice and buffed up versus pretty much anything. So that's good. So we're going for the arc emitter, then we'll go for Strikecraft, and we'll fight the enemy, which, whoa, why are you so split up before you're even doing anything? What is going on? Now, you are no longer allowed to actually look at their design, but I know for a fact they are mostly shields and armor, and they don't have as much hull as those two, and they're mostly shields, I think. See, I said that with such certainty, but I know have brain. Brain no here, and anymore somewhere, not here. But maybe. So I might be doing the right thing. There's a chance. There's a chance. Ooh, you're almost ready to be converted to something more beautiful. Well, I mean, not only beautiful, more efficient. Science Nexus is complete. Next up, then, I want to build the Mega Shipyard. That's going to take a while because it costs a lot of influence, which we just don't have at the moment. At least until we finish integrating, because that costs so much every month. I mean, it's very fitting, isn't it? So now we have the Galactic Defense Force. Glorious. So, of course, we're going to make them essentially just like our current units. Bit of flak, bit of everything. Honestly, might as well go for disruptors. We're mostly ignoring shields there. The last weapon, sure, full disruptors for the fun of it. Go into artillery mode. And I'm going to go a split of shields and armor for now, because I don't really have any real... I've got like 3 or 4 ranks of the repeatable there, so nothing really is a big deal. Sure. There we go. You know what, for now, I'm just going to make a new full shipyard. We're already over our navy capacity. I am upgrading some other anchorages. It's going to take way too long to get the mega shipyard. We need at least 2 of the regular shipyards right now, I think. I need to remember, resource silo, no. You, yes. The deep space site gives us extra stability if one of our stations over the planet. At the moment, I have pretty much just got them all in the core, just to make things simpler for myself, because I am a simple person. More bribing, and the other Khan has now accepted our proposal of becoming our protectorate. Our kindness knows no bounds. Ether Drake. Okay, can we resurrect an Ether Drake? I don't know. I want to attack you, though. I can't trust you to defend against this Shal. I really want the Undead. Okay, it's going to take a while before we get the fleet together anyway. And we do have gateways everywhere, so hopefully it won't take that long to get there. Yeah, we can take the gateway right next to the L gate. From the L gate, it's just a little hop and a skip. Save up influence. I don't know if I actually need the system to resurrect them. So I have the science vessel ready, and I'm going to have a construction vessel ready as well. So who will never join us? Right now, I don't think the kingdom will ever join us willingly. I think the provinces would, but we're just too far away. Yeah, look at distance minus 500. Why am I classed as so close to the car? Oh, because of the L gate. Yeah, I'm right next to them. Ooh, does that mean the kingdom might join us eventually? Wait, no, the kingdom hates... Wait, why is the kingdom classed as so far away, then? No, it's not the kingdom. It's the other one. Ah, there's too many close to each other with similar colours. Okay, I get it. I see. Still too far away, though, even with that. Still, though, it's a nice chunk of purple now. Admittedly, these aren't actually with us, they just happen to be the same colour. Oh, it's a gecko hive. Very adorable. Okay, we've just finished off that, which is a lovely plus 10% trade value, especially since now I think I'm getting trade value from everywhere. Yep, now we have the gateways down. There's only a couple of outliers, which I'll fix later on. There's this little section here. Everywhere else, I think, is being collected from. Lovely. So that's all well and good. So yeah, that plus 10% trade value is a lot of extra energy. Remember that our consumer goods production is also producing trade value and engineering research, which is great, honestly. They kind of pay for themselves. Many times over, the minerals are being turned into a lot of energy, since the consumer goods are worth quite a bit themselves. I think I am making a few too many, though. Yeah, I think I am. Actually, that's one thing I've just thought. Yeah, we can give everyone academic privilege now I think about it. You know what? Set default rights. Academic privilege. Everything else is the same. Residence, yep. And apply to all. So that should be everyone now in academic privilege. That's going to cost a fortune. But remember, that is going to make them a bit happier. And it is also going to increase their research by 10%. So should have more stability in our worlds. Now, how much crime is here? Jeez. No one's growing either. What? No one's growing? Why on earth is no one growing there? There's loads of jobs and... There we go. Yeah, even with the crime, you should still get people growing there. Well, I'll deal with that in a little while. Right now, though, let's finally start off our mega shipyard. This will increase the speed I can produce ships, which is great, because I've gone for a swarm tactic. We have a lot of potential for a lot more foundries. Beautiful! We have our art installation online. So straight away, it's giving us 363 Unity, which is quite nice, since Unity is one of our weakest things. And then it's also producing a 15% extra amenities on all of our planets. We can upgrade that, but that will require 100 relics, which we simply don't have. And I don't want to fight Shard at the moment to get the Rubricator to make more, because I won't have the influence to use it anyway. Otherwise, I would just go ahead and get it. God, it is way too slow making units at the moment. Yeah, I really should have made the Mega Shipyard first, I think, rather than the Science Nexus. Though we have had a lot of tech because of the Science Nexus, so it's hard to say, really. If we can't resurrect the Ether Drake, I am going to be so disappointed. How did I forget? Oh, okay, so when I swapped these over, what I really should have done is build the Ministry of Production. I also forgot to build the sodding alloy foundry building. I kind of forgot they weren't originally alloy buildings. Yeah, let's just do that. It's an alloy worlds, I meant to say. The ones where I do have alloy worlds, I at least have the Ministry of Production up and running. You can see I've been converting worlds, and yeah, remember this is over multiple play sessions, and it is so easy to lose track of some of the things you've done and what you haven't done.
New technology discovered. Systems.
The Ether Drake should only last like a second. Yep, there's the Ether Drake encounter. All the arcs firing away then, here come all the strike craft. We have a lot of armor, so we should be fine. There he goes. Yes! Send it to the necromancers! Lovely. Issue special project, reignite the extinguished Ether Drake. Relic found, Ether Drake trophy, all the usual. Fantastic. The Ether Drake trophy just passively produces extra 10% unity. Lovely. And also gives us 10% happiness when activated. The science ship is now moving in to resurrect the extinguished Nether Drake. At least we have 2 full shipyards now going. It's still too slow, though.
Fleets enhanced.
I want it all done now.
Research project complete.
Rise again. After much work, our necromancers have filled the Ether Drake with energy again. The result is lurching and unnerving, but we still call it a success. Oh, that is a strong boy! Lovely, that's actually good enough to use. That is quite rare for these events. Ah, who's your good boy? Who's your undead boy? Who probably smells of rotten hell? You do. Yeah, you do. Nurgle will be so pleased. Well, I can't find the matriarch, annoyingly, but that will certainly do. Kind of wish I had more of a unique model, but I am still very pleased with it.
Construction online.
Ah, finally, direct control is now established with our neighbours. Well, I suppose us. So first things first then, let's put down a gateway here, and that should be able to collect all of the trade value. I think I'm already collecting most of it, but this will just guarantee it. Plus, once again, I just like having gateways everywhere to make sure I can go around our territory nice and quickly. Gonna delete these.
New technology
Yeah, that's why.
discovered.
Look at that, way too many star bases, and they are terrible star bases at that, so let's get rid of all those. Also, if they have a star base, when you try and collect from them, they're still collecting from the star base, not from the gateway and the collection range that leaks through that, which is incredibly annoying. So for now, I'm just going to remove everything. Where's your last station? What is this? Who are you? Ooh, that's the Reliqual event. I'm a bit late for that now. I'm not going to bother with that, really. Yeah, I'm sure I still gained a few more. Oh well, let's have a look-see at the world. Oh, all these really rubbish ships as well. I'm not going to bother upgrading you. You can all go bye-bye. I didn't delete any good ones, did I? I don't think I did. Why are my ships so scattered everywhere? Yeah, can everything please get back to... Yes, not except for you. Everyone get back to the main shipyard. That'd be great. Except for you as well. You're staying and defending, although you are still in need of reinforcements. Thankfully, you've managed to survive so far. Oh yeah, could have just looked here, couldn't I, to see all the obviously unupgraded... I'll deal with that in a second. I'll deal with you in a second as well. But no, you can just go away. Okay. Oh, look at the names of these worlds. Glump, Blug, Umk, Uria. Okay. Let's sort out these worlds. That'll take a little while, so I'll be right back. Yay for editing! All submitting time. But now I'm after tribute, not protectorate status. So I can never absorb you, so you will stay pretty much free, except for you're giving me 25% of your energy and minerals every month. It's a good deal, really, because in return I'm going to keep you safe. Oh, look at how many are surrendering now! Why? I don't know why it changed, honestly. I haven't built anything here to be closer, so... Just passively everyone is giving up. Maybe it's the Colossus. Maybe after looking at the Colossus for so long, they're like, yeah, if they want to kill us, they could. Maybe we shouldn't provoke them. I don't have eyes, so I can't see the Colossus, therefore I'm not going to accept. Yeah, it's purely distance. So, who to absorb then? Could absorb you. Actually, no, I know exactly who to absorb. This tiny empire here, believe it or not, actually have the Galactic market. I only just realized that a second ago, so I'm going to integrate you, because it won't even take that long in comparison to some of the other empires, because you're only one world. Still going to take a while, be only 23 months from the start. And that will give us the Galactic market, which then brings down our market fee to only 10%, which is obviously fantastic. Please build the mega shipyard faster, I need more shipyard. Ooh. Who dares awaken? Interesting. Food. Well, Ancient Rivals is activated, so it's now or never. Everyone move into position. We go to war versus our original targets. Hope you're prepared. Oh, you've jumped... Oh, please don't spawn in the Unbidden early. And yes, jump drives, there's no longer modifiers to which of the endgame crises are going to spawn in. It's actually now more random than it used to be, but jump drives can still cause the Unbidden to spawn in early if they're formed. And we have them now, so I don't really want that early, honestly, and I don't want the Unbidden anyway. I want the Scourge. Ooh, we're maxing out already. Okay, I've just removed our term limit, so now we are going to be permanently Custodian. How does one become the... Ah, there we are. Proclaim the Galactic Imperium. Yes! Sadly, I can't do an emergency measure now, but still, it's going to be what's up next. We are going to become Emperor before the endgame crisis, if it's not the Unbidden early, that is, so that is lovely.
Online.
I've also finally activated the... ambition here, so we're making the Mega Shipyard a little bit faster, which is lovely. I'm not even sure if that affects the initial building the site, but it definitely affects this next stage and onwards, so obviously we needed to do that. And Scientific Revolution, please. Just upgraded the buildings, now we can have this as well. loads more alloys, and actually I'm going to do that. Get you ready to be converted into the archaeology world as soon as we've got the influence. I might stop consuming the Empire soon, just so I have the influence to start making more of the archaeologists, because honestly, they're just amazing.
System surveyed.
Its animations is broke. Well, no, you really don't dead. We will end this threat.
Activating offensive war protocols.
We are the only ones allowed to be that scary in this galaxy, lads.
Research vessel.
Send in the undead dragon.
New technology discovered. Engaging hostile station.
There's the Titan fire. Yeah, there's the dragon. You're going to be quite powerful though, so I don't know if we're actually going to get any damage done here. Well, the dragon might not be that useful when paired up with so many other forces. Can the rest of you please catch up? That'd be great. In fact, you know what, everyone, can you just wait here? Because I would love the Juggernaut to be able to fight. Ooh, they are way stronger than I thought they were. Okay, everyone wait here instead then. Wait for the Juggernaut to catch up.
Commencing planetary invasion.
Sure.
Spaceport lost.
Okay, so we're going to lose some spaceports over there, which is really annoying. Is there anything we can do about it? Yeah, we can send this non-finished fleet over. See, I didn't actually realise that was connected, because I was looking like this. It looks like that line isn't there. Okay, should have been a bit more attentive before this. I knew they could go this way, but I didn't expect that. I was also hoping they would just stick together, as they kind of are now. Ooh, they're going to get to us faster. Okay, we don't actually want them to be that close. Please move back. Though they are heavy with the old battleship stuff, they do also have things like
engaging hostile fleets,
destroyers. So, oh, I forgot just how slow this is. And there's a sublight speed. Stop it. I still think we'll be okay. I said everyone back, please. Okay, we're going to lose loads here, but if we win this fight, we've won full stop. Didn't know what weapons you have. Not seeing any attacks. I'm assuming you're fighting. Or are you just a giant meat shield? It's hard to say at this point.
Station under attack.
Still haven't got my Juggernaut, but it was fine, didn't matter in the end. Now we'll just move before they regroup. That was called terrible tactics. First stage of the shipyard is finally done as well. So that's good, already giving plus 33% and acting as a shipyard. Drakey boy, could you go this way? Because I just want to see you on your own. Because I couldn't see your attacks. Maybe it's just because all the other effects going on, but I couldn't see them at all. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying.
Hostile station. We've lost a research vessel.
Yeah, we're losing little bits over there, but it's not really a big deal, is it, when you think about it?
Discovered.
Doesn't matter who we send. They haven't regrouped yet, have they? Oh, okay, so. Drakey boy.
New technology discovered.
Whoa! Haha, yep, that I definitely saw. Blech. Maybe I did think it was a Titan attack, but actually it was the dragon. It's hard to say. Would have loved to wait longer here, but I just needed to take this citadel before they regrouped. They will regroup soon. Okay, now we've taken that. Okay, you stay here and bring in bombardments. You... Okay, what we really need to do is start taking out these other worlds. Now, I would love to use the Colossus on these worlds, but I don't want to remove all the population. It will leave the buildings, though, which is the main thing we care about. Oh yeah, the buildings don't need the population anymore, does it? But I would still like this many workers. But can I be bothered to wait? And would it be funnier, especially since the Empire we are, to wipe them out? I'm sorry to say, our whole empire... Oh, it's in the wrong way. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, I do think that would be better. Why are the ground forces going such weird way? Oh, because that's the fastest way to get there? Really? Well, that was me paying attention as much as you'd expect at 4 AM. Kind of caught them off guard here before they fully regrouped, and yeah, we just counter them so well with our weapons. We're actually a bit weaker at this stage than I have been quite a bit in the past. I think it's just me being rusty.
Incoming transmission.
What a lovely image. About to give it a nice bath. Okay, you're finally here. Honestly, I think the clones are worth it just for these Ascended Admirals. They are insane.
Station under attack.
Lovely, more gateways. Would like to go over there, but honestly... Okay, you go this way. Deal with all of this. Get it back before we completely annihilate all the worlds. And then... Okay, now you can go like this. Lovely. And the larger fleet... Go like that.
Construction ship lost.
All erased with glorious, blinding light. Bathe in the light of the Clone Emperor.
New technology discovered.
Oh, just lost one of our scientists to an event. Well, that's a shame. I think I've seen that event before. I will reread it, though, because I'm now thinking maybe I didn't. Either way, there we go. The 2 worlds are down. I'm hoping the buildings stay intact. I think they do. But if not, I don't care. You know, I don't care. Even though it'd be such a big bonus to us, I think it just fits the theme so very well. Of all the empires we encounter, the one empire we are going to hate above all others is going to be fallen empires. They tried to control us. They tried to lessen us. But despite that, we have become perfection.
Covered. Establishing colony.
Don't worry, their species hasn't been annihilated. There's still several worlds which are going to survive with them on. And I'm going to make sure that their dead live on as well. Over on some of the worlds where I have my main forces, we are actually, once again, just gaining more than we're losing, because I have also been upgrading our ground forces. We could have done that with the home world. I know we could have. It's obviously the better choice. We get way more out of it, but again, doesn't fit the theme as well, in my opinion. Wow, I have some energy reserved. Sure, though. I am kind of running out of shipyards again, even with 3 shipyards going constantly, and the mega shipyard. I'm just producing that many alloys. They're all going constantly to produce new units.
Debris scanned.
Oh no, I did actually lose a little bit. Oh, they put up a good fight. So no, I haven't seen this event before. She was working on something and keeping it secret from everyone else, and then simply vanished after everyone blacked out. So now she's suddenly back and saying she doesn't remember things. She also has returned with an uncanny understanding of subjects previously unknown to her, and is saying she doesn't remember anything. Interesting, very interesting indeed. So we're pretty much done. Let's return home, I suppose. Was waiting for this last world and a few more systems. Probably should wait until the other systems are taken back, but at the same time, I'm very impatient. Ooh, lovely. End session early. The first Galactic Imperium! We are now known as the Imperial Corps. We now have the Galactic Sovereign Civic. Our ethics have radically shifted towards authoritarian. Imperial member states can no longer wage offensive war against us. Oh yeah, I forgot we changed to oh no, we lost militarist. Oh, and we lost meritocracy. But now we have pretty much unlimited influence. Oh, civic slots +1, so I can still buy one back. Okay. Kind of annoying it just doesn't add this to it then, so I've got to oh wait, no, I can't have meritocracy, can I? Maybe it was going to do that. Guilds. We could become so cruel. So very cruel. So I can either be a dictatorship or imperial. Oh, definitely imperial. We need an emperor! Or oh no, empress, yeah, because we've all been female. The entire species is female. I didn't check that before playing the game, it just happens to be what it was. But we are now, of course, the Imperium. I can still directly vassalize things, can't I? Yeah, of course I can. I thought you were already a vassal of mine. Oh, you almost are. Well, you're going to be bestest friends. It's so beautiful. The Reclaimers have been removed from history. Except for their tech. Their tech is going to serve us very well indeed. So what civic do I want then? I am so tempted by the more evil option. We have just... I kind of love it. We have become everything we hated originally. After more generations of clones, we've basically become the image of our creators. Could even go down the route of pleasure seekers. I honestly don't know what I want. Definitely not that. Have the elite. It's a bit more stability, because nobles produce stability, and actually stability is one of the issues we're having at the moment. It's not one of the few issues we do have. Oh god, that and criminals. I keep forgetting to build up criminal stuff. I don't know what I want at all. Police state is just, you know what, yeah, that fits the Empire now.
New technology.
Our clones control each and every world, maintaining stability for the peace of the entire galaxy. Now you fellows. I would like a tribute. In return, I'll keep you safe forevermore. And you are free to do everything we tell you.
New technology discovered.
Ooh, Darkman's thrusters, yes please. Yes, everyone in return, I need to figure out my fleets now, and obviously we need to take out the other Awakened Empire as well. We'll get to that in just a second, then we have to figure out what to do with the kingdom and the dynasty. Now, of course, we can't just go to war with total war since we have the Colossus. Ooh, can I not? We do not have animosity. War is waged not for territory, but for the rule of the Imperium to teach an Imperial member state. Oh, of course, they're all Imperial member states. They're already basically under my control. But can't I also, like, declare them a crisis? And oh, I can go to war with them, can't I? That's it. It's ooh. I can't remember how to do it, though. It's one of these, and it's essentially you can declare war on a nation to force them into the Imperium. But I can't for the life of me remember how. For now, it doesn't really matter. The next Awakened Empire, of course, is a much bigger concern. Now, you two, because how slow you are, can you please get here ahead of time this time so I know what I'm doing? Oh yeah, and they can't close borders to me either anymore.
Incoming
Lovely.
Transmission.
Sometimes you have to bribe them a bit, but eventually everyone sees that your way is best. So that's actually me. And then all the more pinky red is what I control. Now, annoyingly, there are some who just don't like us, but I'm sure there's... Oh! You can only declare war to make them part of the Council of the Imperium. So yeah, although they're not directly under my control, they kind of are. That's kind of how the game takes it now. I remember now, it's been a while since I've played. It's played, honestly. Don't think I'm ever going to be able to take control of you, but yeah, see, they have a little Imperium thing around them. They are all now part of me. They can't declare war on me, doesn't matter how much they dislike me. We are at peace. The galaxy, except for the Awakened Empire, is now in a perpetual state of peace. As long as I am the one holding the weapons. Ah, fantastic. So, although we did lose the districts. All the buildings are still there, just ready to be repaired as soon as we have enough building districts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll do the same on the other wall as well as soon as we have it.
Upgrades applied.
Yeah, as soon as you have the core as well, we'll do the same. These are things like the auto forges, the fabricators, the singularities. Currently already getting food and some consumer goods, not that we need it.
Applied. Receiving transmission.
Your Imperial Majesty, this is a tremendous honor. Indeed it is. Yeah, so we're never going to be able to get you into a protectorate willingly, but you like us and will keep loyal to us, so is it really a problem? I mean, even the more hostile elements, I'll probably go after them in a bit, but it all depends, really. Technically speaking, we have one in that regards. The Emperor is the Emperor. I think for the victory condition to be met, we have to defeat the crisis still, but yeah. Actually, what happens if I just beat the current crisis? Yeah, if I just destroy the Crusaders, do I get the victory screen before the endgame crisis? Oh, maybe that changed after we became the superior version of ourselves, but now we can have males. Before, when we looked... Okay, yeah, that newer one is male, then all the older ones are female. Yeah, because I checked multiple times. I kept on looking at the recruits, and it was always the same. But now, yeah, it's mixed. Okay, so we have also diversified ourselves. Truly breaking the mold, indeed.
Receiving transmission.
You know what? Yeah, let's turn you into... oh, you're a good mineral world, though. Don't care. I want more arcologies. I need to actually figure out some proper bureaucratic worlds. I've just noticed I have 2 Colossus. In the last clip, you can actually see it appearing here, but this doesn't have a Colossus assembly yard. Unless I removed it? No, I wouldn't have been able to. Or did it appear here? It must have been on its way of being created by the enemy, because this one has the World Cracker, which is the one the Xenophobes actually use. That is really bizarre. I don't know how I got that, but yeah, now I have Colossi. Either way, we are now on our way to going to war with the other Fallen Empire. Sorry, the Awakened Empire. We're just all getting ready. We could go now, but I'm going to wait at least until a few more forces get here, just to minimize losses. Since we do need to now prepare for the endgame crises. We will end this threat.
We go to war on ignorance.
And this time I'm actually going to bother to activate one of these. The Blade of the Huntress. Making all our ships a bit faster. And I'm going to do bonus damage versus armor, because that's what my Strikecraft's going to hit. Even though the enemy isn't particularly armored, it's mostly shields, we are going to be ignoring the shields anyway, so bonus damage to that isn't exactly very important. Come on, get them before they escape. Thank you.
Spaceport under attack.
Spaceport under attack? I'm guessing they're going past us to attack things. Where? Which spaceport? Oh, they can have a wormhole into our territory. No, they're not the creators. They're the ones over here that created the Scions next to us. Never mind, I don't know which spaceport's under attack, but it makes sense, of course. We are, after all, at war. The Strikecraft being their usual annoying self, just bouncing between enemies rather than just focusing on one group at a time, but that's fine. We still overwhelm them with sheer number. And that was most of their forces dealt with, at least their scary forces. Goodbye. Now, Celestial Throne, you are decently powerful, but a little bit of bombardment will finish you off. You just stand by and get ready. Remember as well that our armies are deceptively powerful, because as we kill the enemy, we will become stronger. So there's a fleet there and a fleet there. I think really what we should just do is destroy all their stations. So, they have 2 worlds and I couldn't be bothered, so I just went ahead and did that.
Station under attack.
Where did I just move the fleet just bombarding that? Oh yeah, to defend this. You know what? It's taking too long. Oh, no, I want to use my undead armies. Fine, I'll wait, but I'm going to destroy everything else. Just dealt with... I just dealt with one of those fleets. You, smaller fleet, you are now officially on guard duty. Oh, the Tempest broke through the L gates. I didn't even notice, because all the other stuff going on. So, yep, you now are going to go back and re-secure the L gates for us. Really trying to multitask right now and failing a little bit. Our admin cap is going a little bit weird because we're grabbing so many things, but we're about to land on the last of the Fallen Empire worlds. Where's our main force? I just saw it. There we are. We have a 5,000 force about to land, and we are just now invading the Grey Tempest's home system. After that, we're also going to war with the kingdom over here, which is the only empire which is not part of the Galactic Imperium, because they are a scion.
Receiving transmission.
There we are. The Tempest have been dealt with. Lovely. Everyone else can just really go home and be a bit cheaper. We're currently losing energy because we're so over our navy capacity, but that's fine. Very, very soon, the last of the crises shall fall. Until, of course, the endgame crisis, which is in 9 years. That's them gone. Oh, do we not get the victory for the Imperium? I thought we did. Oh. No. Yeah, it's... Oh, we still have the geckos as well. Oh, completely forgot about the geckos. How are they still in existence, really? I'll declare war on them now, because maybe one of my allies will get there.
We go to war on ignorance.
I honestly thought... Actually, I'm not sure. Do you get a victory if you're the Imperial leader? And everyone's in the Imperium except for Fallen Empires. I think you do get the victory screen, but I literally can't remember for certain.
Receiving transmission.
The geckos are being cleansed. There's the actual homeworld, and a little bit of defense, but not much. The ground forces will be able to bounce between one another and quickly deal with everything. Also, it turns out, I found out why my Empire Sprawl problem was so bad. The fellows were just not taking the jobs. See, like this world, for instance. You see, we have the workers here, but they're not automatically moving up to become bureaucrats. Now, with other specialist jobs, they are, but just not bureaucrats. And I don't understand why. I honestly don't know. Is it something to do with being residents or academic privilege? But yeah, I was building all of these extra... See, you just don't want to be specialists. Normally, they jump up when a specialist job's available, but right now, it's not happening all the time, and I don't get why. Is there something I'm missing? It's very, very possible. Very possible indeed.
Commencing planetary.
Just gonna bounce from world to world now until they're destroyed. Okay, the end of that empire as well. We now control everything. There is no empire outside of the Fallen Empire over here which do not bow to our will. No one can declare war on anyone else. We have achieved peace for the entire galaxy. Yeah, there's no one else, right? Yep, no one else which I can declare war on or anything else. I don't get the victory screen, but everyone is now essentially under my control. I am the Emperor of everyone. Except the Fallen Empire. Now, I actually have the fleets here to deal with them, so you know what? All of you, move over there. We'll deal with the last Fallen Empire as well, because we may as well as we wait for the for the endgame crisis. And there's the thing, I am not really worried about the endgame crisis in the slightest. Even the contingency at this point will probably just fall to us quite quickly. We're weird ships. But we're very hard countering the Scourge, except for I wouldn't use the Arc Emitter, I'd probably use the regular Tachyon. The Strikecraft and everything will deal with their Scourge craft, which I use a lot of. Then we have lots of energy weapons against the Contingency. We're okay because we ignore the shields. Once again, they have a lot of Strikecraft we can deal with, and we're mixed here. And against the Unbidden, Strikecraft are good. Arc Emitter is fantastic, we ignore all of their shields. And we have a lot of fleets. And we're making more every day. Oh, that's just showing if they're part of the Imperial Council or not, if they're red. I see. I misunderstood that. We just absorbed another one of our vassals into ourselves, so now we have all of these worlds. Just in case we weren't powerful enough. Going to now deal with the Machine Empire as well. We're just about to finish off this.
Construction online.
Any second now, the first Fallen Empire will fall, and then the second will follow suit.
Discovered.
The Machine Empire is even easier because the Alpha Refuge has really poor defensive armies in comparison to the other Awakened Empires, Fallen Empires, whatever you want to say. Yeah, only 800 each, so it's very easy just to quickly deal with all these. So if you can go and follow those, that'd be great. The Fallen Empire has fell, and now we're about to also finish off the Marauders over here. At this point, it's pretty safe to say I'm not really nervous about the endgame crisis. Although we don't particularly hard counter many, we do hard counter the Scourge. The Strikecraft can take out their Strikecraft and their missiles with all these lovely point defense. We have lots of energy weapons. The only thing I might swap is that for that with the Scourge. We have full armor. Against the Unbidden, the armor is going to be terrible. But we do have an overwhelming force of the Arc Emitters and the Strikecraft, which will go through the shields. We have so many of them, and we are going with... Where are you? When did I swap that back? Oh, it swapped back after. Okay, yeah, we no longer have no retreat because we're no longer militarists. That's really annoying, actually, because I definitely prefer no retreat. It's more fun. But okay, so I can go for hit and run, or actually rapid deployment for the extra range. And we can just obliterate them that way. We just have overwhelming force. We have millions of fleet power at this point, and we're certainly not stopping creating them. Our economy has bounced back. Now we have gateways everywhere, and we've repaired some of the gateway sections. We're almost unstoppable, honestly. I guess I'll go after one of the other empires now. Little else to do, really. Just waiting for the crisis. So...
New technology discovered.
Do they have any more worlds? I think I have one. So after this, we'll make a tributary of this target. We've pretty much finished off everything they have.
Receiving transmission.
Then I guess we'll go after the Machine Empire. I mean, may as well, right next to it. So we can take those two. Then we'll take over here. Because we're so overwhelming as well, it's not particularly difficult to force victory since we get the relative navy strength plus 50. Yeah, we're not going to lose a ship even to their bastions. Just go straight for the core, please. They actually had a lot more force than I thought. They took out one of our full-sized fleets. I mean, they took a lot of casualties in the process, and that was one fleet of many, but still.
Transmission.
I am moving a fleet over to the L gate to defend it, but I'm not sure if we're going to get there in time, since they are going to use that. 923,000 is now the power of our Imperial Armada.
Spaceport lost. New technology discovered.
We have the Scourge. Oh, the Imperium is lucky this day. Yeah, the Scourge really don't stand a chance against us, and it even gives us enough time to refit our ships with the lances. Now, you can actually go for the arc emitter and the lightning is a viable strategy. I don't think the math really pans out for it. I think the best build is actually just neutron launchers and then the tachyon lance with a few of the artillery mixed in to counter their missiles and their strike craft. But I'm just going to go purely strike craft because our strike craft have so many bonuses at the moment. And honestly, I love the swarms, so we're going to stick with that. Also, yes, I have just named them 4. I don't know why I've named them 4, but they are called 4, okay? So, with 4 in mind, let's get everyone upgraded. Oh god, we have so many fleets. If they arrive anywhere near our territory, they're going to be obliterated on sight. I think I will let them establish them, so I won't just completely destroy the scouts and then say, aha, I have won, because we probably could, because here's the thing. I have gateways everywhere. I have gateways over here, over here. Only one place really doesn't have gateways, and it has L gates. There's a really well-placed L gate somewhere around here, so there's not really many places they can spawn where I have a blind spot. Okay, Imperium. Let's go over to our fleet designer and battleship. I want you as well. Oh, you already are using the tachyon lance. I thought you were using the arc emitter. Well, that's fine. Although you are using the incorrect side weapon. Oh, you also want you to go full on armor as well. Oh, wow, I did not change this. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. Also, we are really struggling for energy. I'm not quite sure when that happened. Why did that happen? Oh, is my trade being cut off somehow? That's probably what's happening. Yeah, if my trade value's been cut off. Though I am also now 4,425 out of 1,666 Navy capacity. That could also be an issue, to be perfectly honest. Okay, large fleet, could you go here and get upgrades? Because otherwise, yeah, there's way too many going on in this one place. In fact, I'm also going to take one of you to go over there. And one of you. Go on, split up so I can see. One of you should go over here. Now, I know I have way more over here, but remember, that's a shipyard with 20 shipyards. It's the mega shipyard. Now, thankfully, I am also upgrading the shipyard we stole from one of the Fallen Empires. Yep, it's now going into its final stage. So we are building incredibly quickly. And we have fleets over here as well. The Scourge doesn't stand a chance. The Imperial fleet has now reached 1 million fleet power. Glory to the Imperium. Is there anything else I want here, honestly? Imperial Council, yep, sure, you can still be elected, because we are totally democratic. Imperial Legions I don't really care about, lots of these I don't really care about too much. I mean, I do like the extra trade value, but yeah, I guess really just upgrading our workforce and such. So let's go back up here. More trade value at the cost of a bit of... Oh, no. Negative Navy capacity. No, thank you. That one's a bit too extreme. That one I can't do yet because I've already done that one. Yeah, I really am just waiting around for the Scourge to pop up. Here's the problem with fighting some of the weaker enemies. You get to a point where you've annihilated most of their ships. I'm now sending a big fleet to deal with all this. By the way, this is what was causing the energy problems. I've lost a huge amount of trade value here, which I'm about to reclaim now. So grab all that back. There we are, lovely. But yeah, there's just not enough really to fight, so you end up claiming absolutely everything they have, constantly sending ground forces everywhere, and it just takes forever. I mean, really, they should give up at this point, right? They have no fleets left, their territory is pretty much all removed. This is the little bit of territory they have left over here, and that's it. Give up. Oh my god. I can't believe they have a planet so bad they had to censor it. Bleep indeed. Finally a victory, so they have now fallen to us. I still don't know what this is, on a side note. This one here. It's the sovereignty, and it isn't part of the Imperium. I wonder if that causes a problem. Again, I don't actually know if you do get the victory screen. I have a vague recollection that you do. Once everyone is part of the Imperium, but I could be wrong there. Essentially, we have one. No one can declare war on us. No one's declaring war on each other. Almost everyone's my protectorate or loves me. There's only 2 who don't, and yeah, they're never going to attack me. Because they can't. Because they're part of the Imperium. So it is all over now, really. It is just waiting for the endgame crisis. We have spread far and wide. Doesn't this normally arrive faster than this? Finally, where is it? Let's find out. Coming storm, breach point is... Where? Okay. Is that the only area I can't get to easily? Yes, it is. Wow, you are annoying. Okay, many legions of the Lathrixian Legion. Would you mind following me, please? And going... Can we go there? Oh, actually, it's not too bad. The L gate's right there. We can, of course, use the gateway to get to an L gate pretty quickly. I really should have built a gateway closer to an L gate. Don't we have an L gate actually in our territory? I thought we did. Oh, was it that one? Oh, then the Tempest happened and they took that territory. Yeah, I really should have... Oh, wait, I could have built a gateway over here. But nope, that's not mine either. Never mind, I think I built it as close as I could. How is this world doing, anyway? Ah, it's an eyeball. How does it actually eat things? So do you think these people are, like, dying? It's hard to tell. They're definitely starving. $1.2 million. So that is like our main fleet. But remember, we are doing a huge chunk of extra damage, and that's one of our fleets of many. This really won't be that difficult. I don't want to hype it up like, aha, it's going to be amazing battles when the next wave gets here. It probably isn't going to be. But it's going to be fun to watch anyway. This first fight's kind of happening by accident, honestly, but, all charge. All melted. Yeah, can you all stick together now, please? Even the science ships, for reasons unknown to me. Get up there. Wait, if I can hold this with my fleets, which I might be able to, is my multi-million fleet here? Yes. Could I make Scourge pets again? I'd like to make Scourge pets. Excuse me, Scourge pets. Deal with that later.
New technology discovered.
So how expensive would that system be to purchase? Ooh. We's gonna make some Scourgy pets. I mean, we should be able to beat even their really strong fleets, right? Oh, maybe if they stack up, it might be bad. We'll find out soon. I almost missed that fight. Yeah, we are literally... Look at the swarm!
Discovered.
These are all just the Vanguard still, though. You know what? Maybe they will be able to kill us once the other swarms get here. If they all appear at once and stack up, they could potentially break through. I might want to move back. I might do. I'm going to try and react as fast as I can once they get here. Okay, here's the second wave. They are in the multi-millions. Oh, can the Juggernaut please get there a little bit faster? Your Imperial Majesty, the galaxy is in grave danger. Yes, I'm aware. I mean, what do you think I'm doing? And you're the one who won't become my protector and hates me. But yet I'll still hold them off. I hope.
New technology discovered.
Now the good thing is, funnily enough, these little ones are actually our biggest threat. The larger ones like to use more of the strike craft and such, which we really counter. Like everything else we counter, but that we super counter. I'm also just kind of following these along and just taking out the systems. Not quite sure of my battle plan there, honestly. I'm sure there is one. I'm sure I wouldn't just be being dumb. Oh lord, they doomstacked. Military! Do you know what we really hate? Armor. Good. Good. There are so many of them. Yeah, there's their strike craft, yeah, and they're all just... God, that's blue. Oh, another fleet. The Juggernaut isn't here yet. If we win this, though, basically won, right? No! Yeah, oh no, the Juggernaut is there, so strike craft are doing max damage.
Station under attack.
I can't deal with pirates right now. That's a lot of lost ships. Okay, you guys return. We do actually have a few more fleets on the way, thankfully. Can my navy capacity please update? Oh, we actually lost far less than I thought I did. We still have loads of 300,000s. Where's the big fleet? Oh, there it is. Yep, still at 1.2 mil. Never mind. We lost way less than I thought there. Because I thought the navy capacity was bugged or something. I honestly did. That's why I stopped talking. So, these are all the battleships we're currently replacing. That's it. That's all we lost from the main armada. Now, of course, we have lost some health on a lot of our craft. But it turns out the enemy were just woefully inefficient with their damage. Because we do so hard counter the large craft. The little ones were doing damage. But these guys, most of their weapons are just not going to work. And I've got some more reinforcements anyway. I've actually gained more power since that last fight than I lost. The damage of the strike craft doing as well are kind of insane because of the Imperial Juggernaut. There we are, strike craft damage plus 20%, strike craft speed plus 20, so they get there faster and then do more damage when they're there. This is the last of their big fleets. If we survive this, we have one, and I'm going to make a Scourge Zoo. Okay, this time though, they did arrive a bit more closely packed. But there's the swarm, that'll counter pretty much everything they're throwing at us. There goes one of the brood mothers. Oh, they're not quite as packed actually. The other group's not even here yet? Oh. Then yeah, we've definitely won. There's the Juggernaut just watching the battle. Okay, construction vessel, you're still alive, and oh good, you did manage to build the station. Fantastic. So let's upgrade that station into a citadel. Give it the work so it doesn't die to a random shot at some point. You two stack up to get rid of this. I actually did kill the other fleet with the 3. I actually lost most of one of the fleets. So if I just send another, that'll be fine. Let's wait for these.
New technology discovered.
You know what else? I will build a gateway, because of course I will. I don't think a Scourge can use gateways. Can they use gateways? I can't remember. I know they can use wormholes, but I'm not aware if they can use gateways or not. Embrace the light of the... Who are you? The Emperor. I don't know. Some other empire just got created, I suppose. Perhaps one of the other empires has split. The Empress protects. All glory to the Empress. So they will occasionally spawn in units, but nowhere near as fast as what they already had. Obviously, we are doing insane amounts of damage. We are about to build a gateway so we can directly connect to the main mega shipyard. And I'm just going to keep them as pets. Obviously, we could just erase them now. There's nothing stopping us.
System scan complete.
Oh no, 3 more from the main armada have been damaged. Oh yeah, all of you should really, as soon as the upgrade, should all dock there. That'll be loads of health constantly. And just in case, I'll make a big group of battleships. Remember, we do have 2 fully operational mega shipyards, so we are creating ships incredibly quickly. Oh, I just thought we have the Juggernaut. We could have healed at the Juggernaut as well. Yeah, we already had a mobile healing station. Well, now we have one which also makes our things cheaper, you know? Oh, that fight just happened. Did it? Oh, yeah, it did. We took damage.
New technology discovered.
I would say we are done. Although I do want to see if we can resurrect any of these random Leviathans I've just left. I left them because I was so sure you wouldn't be able to, but I'm just going to quickly go through them. If there is one I can resurrect, I'll be right back and I will tell you. Oh, Void Spawn! I thought this was the evil creaturey demon thing. Oh, I'm actually a little bit annoyed here because, unironically, that is my favourite model in the game by far. It looks like a really angry moth of death, and I adore it. And I am now legitimately really upset that I didn't notice it was that. I really thought... Oh, I should have checked. I really thought it was the... Is it the Terror then?
Discovered.
Oh, it's gone back to being an egg, kind of. Well, I'm going to resurrect that anyway. About to take out the dimensional horror. That's what it's called. Of course it is, not Void Spawn.
Research project concluded.
Yeah, so... The Stellar Devourer we can't resurrect. That's not really a surprise. Horror in the Void. Let's see. No. I'll just finish off these, though, just in case. All the rest is just little pockets of the last remaining amoeba in the galaxy. You know what? I'm leaving them as well. Also a zoo. The last remaining void clouds in the galaxy. A zoo. Oh, there he is. There's the boy. I just love the model, I really do. Legitimately love that model. I wish I could see the ship details, now I control it, but it's fine.
New technology discovered.
Is my dragon over there on a side note? Can you go there? Go together. In fact, no, both of you go there. Now, you can definitely also resurrect the matriarch, but I haven't seen the matriarch. That either means it just isn't here, or it was killed before I found it. So that gap there was the ancient structure. Obviously, that's not resurrectable, being that it is, you know, a building. There's the automated dreadnought. I'll leave that as well. As a zoo. This is my thing today. The last automated mining in the galaxy. Oh, the other last amoeba. Literally angry clouds. Double checking everything. Oh, there's the Free Commonwealth. And so with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. We are done here. There's no way the Swarm will ever get past. Even if they did show some restraint and stack up their fleets, we are getting stronger every year. If I really wanted to min-max, I could go Super Science forever. I am slowly upgrading our station here. It would have all of the defense platforms, everything else, so good luck taking that out with just a random lucky shot. And with that, we are just done. There is nothing else really to do. I mean, we could go ahead and make these our protectorate, but they're all part of the Imperium. They can't do anything. They can't go to war with me. If they war with each other, who cares? If they destroy each other, I don't really care. It won't affect me, though we could stop very soon. I literally just have too many now on my side and too many envoys. I will get to 180, and with that, I could stop all war. So I am done, and the game is now starting to lag horribly. I do think... Cool. I do think that going for an earlier crisis might have been better, and I think I'll do that in the next run. It's been a long time since I've done the vanilla game, and sadly, this is days in. I started recording on Tuesday, it's now Friday. Yeah. Now, before I say my outro, let's talk about the clone army itself. I think it was unfair when I went into this game. I thought it was going to make more of a lasting change than it ended up doing. Kind of forgetting that in the base game, most of the Origins don't really do that. It's more about the very early game and your position in the galaxy and how you play from there. And honestly speaking, in comparison to a lot of the Origins, this one makes a huge difference. It really, really shakes up the very early game, and up until the late game, if you take a look at our admirals, I would argue having 35% fire rate and upkeep on every single admiral is a huge change to the game and really makes you push for aggression, because that is insane. We also, of course, went for cyborgs, which is an additional 5%. So we're looking at 40% fire rate no matter what type of admiral they are. This one has just another 5% and has the engineer trait. It is kind of insane. The leaders themselves make a big difference. Of course, I didn't go down the route of letting them breed. I went down the route of the elite ones, so the admirals are more of a play there. And perhaps if I let them breed and had weaker upgrades, it would have made a more lasting impression elsewhere. But I do think it is a legitimately very fun and very powerful origin, especially if you know how to play with it. I didn't early on, and I made a lot of mistakes. In fact, this whole playthrough has been riddled with mistakes, and I kind of part blame that, because at the moment I am going through one of the worst patches of insomnia of my life. I'm on medication for that, and I also currently have a migraine. Those are my excuses, but also just being rusty and being me. Major parts there. Either way, I massively enjoyed the Origin, I massively enjoyed this playthrough. The next playthrough will also likely be the base game. I won't be going with the clone army, I'll be going with more the plants, and being able to turn worlds into Gaia worlds from the start. I'll probably go a bit more RP based with that, and I can't wait to start recording that next week. I will be going back to modded playthroughs and checking out mods in the coming weeks, though. Currently, a lot of the ones I want to test out aren't available for the current patch. Some of them are, but some of them aren't, so I will be waiting a little while until I've got all of that together, so any suggestions are very welcome. This is way too long, I need to get some sleep. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Long live the Empress, which, by the way, is now immortal, because it takes less time to research the lifespan than it gives us lifespan. Yep. Takes 3 months, gives us 5 years. We have reached immortality. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.